Hi guys, my name is Rob, and I'm one of the many, many baby boomers that are out in the world right now. And some of the things that we are facing, not just the baby boomers, but a lot of people, is job uncertainty is kind of all over the place right now. A lot of people are living on tight budgets, and the debt is really, it's out of control. Both consumer and student debt right now in this country is almost $1 trillion in each one of those areas. So there's a lot of room to make up. And the people right now, I know the baby boomers are going, how am I ever going to retire? How are we ever going to get to the point where we can lay back and kind of realize the dreams that we have? Well, here's our report card, if you want to call it that. There's about 78 million of us baby boomers that are out there right now. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics has done their homework, and they have found out that of all the people that are 65, 1% of us is actually wealthy. They've got so much money they don't even know how to spend it all. 4% of us have reached the goal. We've fought the good fight, and we're retired. That's 5% so far. 29% of us didn't make it to age 65. Well, for one reason or another, they're not even on the charts anymore. But the problem is 66% of us are still working at the age of 65, or they're collecting whatever Social Security that they can get. But the problem is they're still working, and they're not self-sufficient at this point. And the labor statistics also tells us that 75% of us have less than $20,000 saved, and that's not going to get us very far. That's a given fact on that. Well, how did this happen? And then we have to go back to what took place. Well, let's go back in time, and if you want to call them the good old days, go ahead. I think the good old days are every day, but anyway, back in the day when I went to school, I graduated from U in 1978. I was told to go to school, get a good education, and you're going to get a job. You'll probably work for the same company most of your life, and you're going to get a nice pension, and you'll have plenty of retirement money to do that. Well, at that time, that's what was happening with the people that were retiring back in the early 70s. That was what was happening. But everything's changed since then. That way of life doesn't really exist anymore. Well, why is that? Let's just take a look at a few things here. Back when I got out of school, my total education for the whole degree was about $8,000. I did not live on campus, but that's what the tuition and books was. Well, now it's about 10 times that. You see that old car on the left there. I bought a car just like that when I got out of school, $3,000 for a new car. Well, you can't get a new car anymore. It's going to be probably $20,000 to $30,000. Again, it's about 10 times more. If you put gas in that car back in 1978, I was paying about 40 cents a gallon. That's what it was. When I first started pumping gas when I got out of high school, it was about 17 cents a gallon. Well, now it's about $3.50, probably getting close to $4. Well, what's that done? What's that done to the hopes and dreams of all of us? The key thing is that the cost of living has gone up at such a higher rate of increase compared to the wages. When I got out of school, I mean, a starting wage was maybe $15,000, $18,000 a year. Now it's not 10 times that. It's maybe 2, possibly 3 times that. So the factor is, all of us weren't really that bad at money management. We just got wiped out because the cost of living went up so high, we couldn't keep up with our wages. That's just what happened. Well, what are we going to do? I mean, now we're all 65. We can't go back and get those years again. And a lot of us can't go do some of the jobs that are out there. The new technology has kind of eliminated a lot of the older people from even competing in some of these jobs. What do we got to do? We got to get a plan B. We have to have a plan B because you just can't depend on anybody else for your standard of living. Shaklee has come along and said, we've got the best products in the world in the nutritional lines and others, and if we share that with people, they will pay us to actually go out there and just tell people about what's happening out there and sharing the product within ourselves. Look at the money. If you had to save, let's just say $3 million to get $3,750 a month in monthly income, Saving $3 million, I don't know anybody that has saved $3 million over the course of their lifetime. It's just not going to happen, because the cost of living, again, is just wiping us out. We just can't keep up with that. However, if we take a look at what Shaklee has to offer us, and we start building our own businesses and helping others to do the same thing, what we're really doing is we're stopping shopping at Walmart and Cub and Target, and we're buying products from ourselves that we normally buy someplace else, so we don't have to increase our budgets any. We just redirect our spending, and actually the products we're getting are so scientifically proven that they're way better than what you can get in one of the commodity stores. If you do that and you tell others about it, look at the dollars that we can start to make here. And even as basically even a coordinator, for example, that $1,850 is what a lot of people are going to get on Social Security right now. That's about what I would get if I retired 65. That's what I would get to live on every month. Well, getting a coordinator can be a lot easier than going out and trying to earn that kind of money. If you want a better standard of living, look at executive coordinator, $54,993, and that's based on IRS tax records, 1099s. That's the average income for people in that rank. That's not a bunch of fluff. That is the average annual income of most households right now. So if you retire executive coordinator, you're going to make a standard of living that's average if you had a job, even if you don't have one. Well, if you're not quite happy with that, take a look at the next ranks down the road. Wow, if you could get to senior coordinator or even master, that's more money than people made on their jobs when they were working full time. Now you've got the chance and the opportunity to share this great thing and make that kind of money and retire in a lifestyle you've never dreamed of before. The good news is not only can the retired people do this, but the young people coming out of college that have all that debt, look at a way they could start paying their student loans down. Look at a way they could start carving out a life for themselves without being chained to a desk with no hope of advancement. Look at the people that have debt and they have no way of climbing out of that hole. These are all great tools to get you to where you want to go. So if you've got anybody out there that you know of that is looking for a plan B, and I'm sure a lot of people are right now, this is a great vehicle. There are others out there too, but I'm telling you, this is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. And I just appreciate your time and paying attention to what we have, and take a good look at what Shaklee has to offer, and get on a tidal wave with us. There's a lot of people coming into Shaklee right now in record numbers, and we're really taking off on a good growth cycle. And thank you for your time.